Yo, what is up, guys? It is Master 2010, and today we have probably one of my most wanted death battles: Red versus Blue. Oh, I've wanted this since I first found out Death Battle was bought by Rooster Teeth, or Screw Attack was bought by Rooster Teeth, or whatever the fuck was going on. I don't really know the details. But no, Red versus Blue. Now, you guys know I love Red versus Blue. I'm a massive fan of Red versus Blue. But there's one thing I'm kind of confused about. What will the teams be? Now, obviously, there's 3 for 3. You got Sarge, Griff, Simmons for Red, Church, Tucker, and Caboose for Blue. But is that it? Like, are we including Lopez? Because if you include Lopez, you have to include Sheila. And if you include Donut, then you'll have to include Tex? Which is not something you can do, because Tex can take all of them down at once. She has taken them all down at once. It was fucking hilarious. So, I don't know what the teams are going to be just yet. If it's 3v3, then I'm just going to assume Blue, because Blue team for the win. But okay, you ready? I'll give another prediction once the intros are done. Let's do this.
We wanted to thank Harry's for sponsoring today's episode. Harry's razors combine a close shave and a smooth glide without being over-designed or overpriced. And now Harry's has a great offer for you. For just $1, they do it hair Harry's of their 8th Harry's blade when you...
Okay. After the minute-long advertisement.
Edison versus Tesla. Coke versus Pepsi.
Yeah.
Goku versus Superman. Few rivalries have lasted nearly 2 decades or spawned epic battles like our second favorite web series, Red versus Blue. With the Red Team, even though most of them don't actually wear red. And the Blue Team, their perpetual ocean-colored rivals. For this battle, we'll be bringing these two groups back to where it all started.
Blood Gulch.
What would have happened if they had stopped dicking around and actually just fought for real? Just a note, we will be locking any artificial intelligence characters within their primary bodies, since they're generally invincible unless they stumble into an EMP. You mean an imp?
Okay, so it's Church's body.
And I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I want to know what these teams are, man.
Hey, yeah? You ever wonder why we're here?
Why we're here.
Not long from now, in a galaxy theoretically exactly where we are, humanity goes to war with an alien covenant.
Yeah, I'm so hyped for this.
The United Nations Space Command came up with a ton of plans to win, and one of those was called Project Freelancer.
Yeah.
Essentially an experiment using AI to create invincible super soldiers. In order to fabricate scenarios to train these highly advanced warriors, Freelancer opted for a unique approach. Dumping a bunch of losers in a box canyon and telling them they're at war with each other. Enter the Red Team. Dick Seas, Dexter Griff, Franklin Delano Donut, Lopez the Heavy, and their leader, Super Colonel Sarge. Yes, that is his full name and rank. You know how they say prejudice is taught, not born? Well,
so it's all 5 of them.
Met Super Colonel Sarge, who I bet was screaming how much he hates Blue the second he popped into the world.
Attention, Blue Team! This is the Red Team!
Yeah!
We're here to destroy you! Your long reign of being the shittiest team around is about to come to a sudden and cataclysmic end!
Once an orbital drop shot trooper, Sarge was unfortunately discharged after developing a fear of heights, only to be picked up by Project Freelancer to achieve his dream. Lead the glorious Reds against the dirty Blues. Oh man, he's great. He seems like the kind of guy you could just have a catch with.
Oh yeah, it's Boomstick's dad, isn't he?
Sarge may be an unorthodox leader,
I'm pretty sure they made that canon.
Men very well.
It better be.
He's good enough to keep dorks like Griff and Simmons around for 17 seasons, and those two spend a lot of time together. It's a complicated relationship, though you may be surprised at their capabilities. Simmons may be a brilliant geek, like myself, but he proves stereotypes wrong by changing his armored suit in just 4 seconds.
Well, how about this?
How did you change so fast?
I've always been a fast changer.
Oh, yes.
Armor is designed to be applied by Spartans within a considerable few minutes. This would imply Simmons is 90 times faster than the average super soldier. He's also technically a cyborg, but everyone forgets that these days. Meanwhile, Griff is the laziest member.
He can make snowmen out of nothing.
Who only cares about pizza and Oreos. He's my favorite.
And naps.
He's also been hit in the nuts more times than I can count, and he's still standing today.
That's Tex beating them all up.
Steel right there. Then there's Donut. Easily duped, but always a joy. He's clearly identifiable by his lightish red armor. Was your eyes going bad? That's pink.
He admitted it was pink.
Donut has shown incredible tenacity. He was once shot through the chest, causing his armor to lock up, and was left bleeding out on the ground for over a year, but he got better.
And he's got the best throwing arm around. He threw a grenade halfway across the canyon.
Which is over 1,500 feet long.
And last of all is the team robot who hates everyone, Lopez.
Hey, that robot looks like Lopez.
Hey, regresado.
No matter how many times they rebuild him, they can never figure out how to fix that language setting. Oh well.
The Reds carry a standard Spartan assortment of magnums, battle rifles, and SMGs.
But
yeah, the only really unique weapon they have is the shotgun.
Sarge's trusty shotgun.
Seriously?
And the grip shot, I suppose.
Wiz, how long have we known each other? Have you never looked at my leg before? Besides, an effective range of 45 meters is almost the length of an Olympic swimming pool. Watch your back, Michael Phelps. I know how to beat you now.
Of course, we can't forget their hallmark vehicle, the Warthog.
You mean the Puma?
AKA Chupa Thingy. This 3-ton supercar tops out at 78 miles per hour and is heavily armored.
Well, it's supposed to be. Somehow the Reds always find new ways to break the thing.
Lucky that Sarge is a good mechanic. And you know what they say, Wiz?
That is true. He and Lopez can build pretty much anything.
But what I find most baffling is that for some reason, these low-life dimwits have been given the most state-of-the-art Space Marine armor in the galaxy.
That is true.
Oh yeah, the Mark 6 Mjolnir suit.
Mjolnir.
Titanium plating, energy shields, hydrostatic gel, liquid metal crystal. These babies can take one hell of a beating.
Apparently strong enough to withstand the blast of a 50-megaton bomb.
Gotta love it when a bomb goes off.
Yeah, they did.
You think it sent you to the future. Good times.
But when push came to shove, the Reds banded together to take down one of the deadliest warriors in the galaxy, the Meta.
Who we've seen on this before.
All logic and reason, the two pillars I hold most dear, I am forced to admit these morons have proven to be a mind-bogglingly impressive team.
Oh, wait till you see the blues.
I ain't even asking. You do what you gotta do, Private Griff.
I'll go get my car keys.
All right then.
Let's see blue team. These are my guys.
The blues.
Yeah.
Just a great way to sing out all those complicated, messed up feelings you keep down about being fatherless. They're the second half of this epic. But, you know, singing blues would be perfect for this team. They've been through a lot.
Maybe true. Unlike the Reds, they've suffered numerous casualties and are constantly plagued by Project Freelancer's experiments.
You know how they were experimenting with AI? They could only get one, an alpha based on the project's director. Shit went down and they had to hide the alpha where nobody would ever find it.
Apparently, this box canyon in the middle of nowhere seemed the perfect fit.
This is Blue Team. Leonard Church, Lavernius Tucker, Agent Texas, Sheila, who is a...
It's including Tex.
And Caboose.
Oh, come on, you cannot say Red Team wins this.
Deadly allergy incident, Church reluctantly stepped up to be the Blue Team's unofficial leader.
Spoiler alert, he's the secret alpha AI. I don't know what makes him so special, though. He's a cranky asshole who's terrible at literally everything
That's why we
he
love
does. He doesn't even know he's an AI. He thinks he's a ghost.
But remember that 50-megaton bomb? Church's team all survived it too, including himself, while it was inside his own body.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Tucker wants you to think he's a ladies' man. However, after careful, painstaking analysis, we have determined that he has very little game, being that his most frequent hookup is a rock.
He's kind of a badass, though. He stabbed the Meta,
he's at his
threw
moments.
Yugen to Cyclops in the balls, and held off a small army of mercenaries by himself. He even wields a kick-ass energy sword that only works for him.
But for the biggest badass of the bunch, look no further than Agent Texas. Tex is an anomaly. She's not really a blue, but a freelancer assigned to the team through circumstance. Yet she's also not really a freelancer, but a robot duplicate hosting an artificial intelligence
beat them
fragment
all individually out
as a clone
and at
of
the same
director's
time.
late wife, Allison.
Yeah, Doug,
Yes,
how'd you not
fucked up.
see that coming from when the show started?
Unfortunately, the text fragment is specifically based on the memory of Allison's death and the concept of failure. This means that Tex is literally programmed to fail. Now,
That's a
this
good
doesn't
point.
mean she can't win fights or that her team can't succeed on missions. It's more of a personal defect.
It sure hasn't
Wait.
stopped her from kicking some serious ass.
Exactly,
Tex
look at
was
this.
#1 on the freelancer leaderboard. Easily caught this giant crate and could even flip over Sheila. You know, the 66-ton tank with a mind of its own. The perfect companion for Caboose's team killing sprees. You all know Caboose.
Yeah,
a
talk about
fan
Caboose.
favorite who can get you to quote everything he says. And he's really, 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 really dumb. Hey, speak of the dummy.
What else is new?
Perfect timing. As this battle will be in Blood Gulch, the usual teleportation units will be in place. The Blues have used these teleporters frequently with varying results.
Are they going to use, like...
In you go.
Certainly.
Is he going to be
What
black
could
now?
go wrong?
Teleportation is instantaneous. As you can see,
You totally killed him, didn't you?
probably.
Well, aside from Tucker's kick-ass lightsaber, the
Bet he's
Blues
gonna be in the
carry pretty
match.
boring weapons. I mean, they don't really need much when they have a robot ninja on their side. Church does have a cool sniper rifle, but
Can't use
he
it.
really sucks with it.
Which sort of makes sense. Unlike everyone else, Church never experienced any training or combat before Blood Gulch.
You know, that explains a lot.
That's a good point.
Even without specialized weapons, Blue Team has a few aces up their sleeves. Agent Tex carries an additional AI fragment, Omega,
I prefer O'Malley.
Oh,
the
Mally.
fragment of the Alpha's rage. With it, she can use extra enhancement gear, such as a cloaking device. It also affects her personality, quite literally transforming her into a vicious killing machine.
He can also pop out of her head and possess other people like a ghost. But remember, we're locking AIs to their bodies because that is super overpowered.
Even though Tex has
She's
shown
already
incredible
overpowered.
feats of strength, Caboose is surprisingly even stronger. In a robot body identical to the one she used to flip Sheila, Tex was unable to lift Andy the Bomb, while
Yeah, Caboose is a
could do
freak.
so for extended periods of time.
And after entering an alien temple, Santa, don't question it, increased gravity by tenfold,
Santa.
and Caboose didn't even notice. I remember a certain Saiyan struggling to do something like that. I mean, I guess this means Caboose is better than Goku.
Stop it! Don't you dare open the floodgates.
Yes.
I'm kidding you, idiot.
Caboose
Still,
versus
Caboose
Goku.
was strong enough
Yes.
to defeat a bunch of Tex clones all at once. It's like they say, it's God's way of compensating.
Unfortunately, the Blue Team has a tendency to get in way over their heads, often losing team members in the process.
But
It's church.
somehow, some
It's
way,
always
they
church.
always come back together. They're a good team in a weird, stupid way.
Sheila, shut him up.
Son of a bitch!
All right, the combatants are
Okay.
set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
And while the Reds and Blues fight over an empty canyon, you can fight hair loss with keeps.
We don't
Okay. I'm going to say blue team for the win. But, I mean, they have Tex. And you have all seen the fight between Tex and all of them. Don't pretend you haven't. It's one of the funniest things they've done in Rooster Teeth. In Red vs. Blue. And even though she was programmed to fail, she beat all of them shitless. I don't see how the Blues can lose with Tex on the team and Sheila, who is a tank. I'm telling you this now, if Blue Team loses, it's going to be with some stupid bullshit reason that will technically be true. Quote me on that, I'm calling it now.
$10 a month with your first
Okay.
month free for a limited time.
Come on, Blue. Oh, yes,
Okay,
Halo 5 logic.
Why did we bring the flag out here? Because it's supposed to rain today. You have to remember to
You
take
can't
the flag
get, you couldn't
outside
get the
when it
voice
rains.
actors from
Yeah, that's
Red vs.
What's
Blue.
a flag got to do with rain? Wait, do you think the flag is an umbrella? Caboose, have you ever seen an umbrella before?
There we go.
Yoink.
Where's the music? Oh, come on.
Yeah, suck it, Blue.
You could have at least used the music.
This'll stop them.
Hey, dumbass! The teleporter never worked. Now come on, let's... Wait, where's Caboose?
Great work for that fake weather report, boys. That's the kind of fake news I like.
What fake weather report?
Oh, there's Sheila.
Oh, Sheila, the only good red is a red
Really?
in bed.
Quit your staring and get to
You
stepping.
couldn't
On
get the
gas,
voice
Papa.
actors for Red vs. Blue, really? Come on. It's good animation, though.
Sheila, look out for that rock. Oh no, there's another one. Who put all these rocks out here?
Watch out! In this case, men, keep your helmet in from behind, just like John Wayne would have done.
No way, those caves are a maze.
Move over, numbnut.
Hey, don't leave me out here.
Simmons, here's the plan.
I had a feeling Sarge would do
Use
that.
the Warthog as a battering ram. striking their rear engine, which will rupture and cause the tank to self-destruct.
I think that is Sarge's voice actor.
Excellent plan, sir. Except for, well, all of it. You know, maybe...
Oh, that's a bigger clip than I thought. Oh!
Jesus, what was that? Where's it? Simmons? Simmons!
Here, blah.
Oh, that's one gone. So Simmons is dead then.
Oh
Donut.
no, a spider?
Donut killed Sheila.
Who else wants a taste of this big D? About to come out!
Could have at least used the right quote for that one.
No judging.
End of the line, Reds.
Dirty Blue.
Come on,
First
Blue.
time in history. You're exactly right. Today is a good day to die. Charge!
Yep, there's Tex. Yeah, Sarge is not winning hand-to-hand against Tex. Yep, there is.
Hit.
Wait, did Griff just kill Lopez? Once again.
Not today, Roboto!
Oh, damn! Yo, this is sick!
Idiota, no tienes oportunidad contra mí porque yo soy López al pasado.
Please take his head off. Oh, no, okay, no.
Mierda.
Yeah, there it is!
I've never hit a lady. Good thing you're no lady.
Yeah, where's Caboose gone? Yeah, I tell you, Griff's not beating Tex.
About time.
Está atento.
Church, how do I help?
Just stay there.
Caboose is gonna kill Church, isn't he?
Help by not helping. God damn it, this rifle is busted.
Help has arrived.
Come on,
Don't do
go.
it. Don't do it.
Tex! No!
Tucker did it.
Son of a...
This is it. This is what it's all about. Red versus blue.
Oh my god.
Versus water, which is really just lifeless, tasteless waste of space blood. Destiny awaits. Today, the cerulean devil dies. Well, should have seen that coming. Bluff.
Good thing the flag is out.
Yes!
What a battle!
Yeah, that's blue team.
So important.
As chaotic as the show, we all know.
Okay, so the Reds had plenty going for them. They had brains and speed on their side with Simmons, and they had some epic firepower. But the blue team had the grit to overpower them.
And
When
Tex.
it comes to physical strength, nobody on the red team came close to the raw power of Tex and Caboose.
Flipping Sheila and lifting Andy
True.
made that pretty clear. Hell, Sarge even tried to lift Andy once and he couldn't do it. Poor guy. Even with such charisma, leadership qualities, and Big Dad energy, you can't win them all.
Speaking of which, it could be argued Sarge has more extensive military experience than anyone
True.
else. However, Tex's freelancer training was far more intensive
You're not
than
beating
standard
Tex.
military issue.
Just look at what she did to the Reds before. She's a monster.
Not to mention, she technically had 2
That fight.
lifetimes of training, being a copy of Allison and all.
Yeah, her lame programming meant she couldn't win the fight by herself.
God
but
damn it,
her blue
Caboose.
teammates picked up the slack. Tucker even got some freelancer training in too, thanks to Agent Washington.
true.
And could hold off a platoon of mercs all by himself.
No one ever
He did
said
do
he
that.
wasn't good at solo activities.
Oh, and in the fight between tanks versus cars, tanks generally win. I mean, that one's pretty obvious.
The red team may have been extremely resilient, mostly thanks to aggravating stubbornness, but it wasn't enough to survive the stellar skill and the brute force of blue team.
If only they could have read that they'd end up with a case of the blues.
And that's even without releasing the obviously superior power of artificial intelligence units.
True.
You know, dummy.
They did have all of
wonder
them.
why you're here.
Except maybe O'Malley.
All the time.
That was with Doc, but even then he was kind of neutral.
The blue team.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Thanks for checking out that episode of Death Battle. If you liked that fight, be sure to check out the new season of RWBY that I worked on, RWBY 0. The first episode is up
curious
for
what's
free
next,
right
though.
now on
You know what's next?
roosterteeth.com. Check the
Team
link in the
RWBY versus Team Juniper. Back up. Ooh. That's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, that seems alright. Another Marvel versus DC. Yo, a blue team. Thank Christ they need a win for that one. And of course, I knew the second I saw him that Caboose was going to end up killing someone. I thought it was going to be Church at first, but apparently it was everyone. God fucking damn it, Caboose. I knew that was going to happen. Actually, no, I didn't know until I saw him. Then I knew immediately. But nah, my boys who took it home. Yo, no, seriously, there was no way Red Team was winning, especially when Blue Team had Sheila and Tex. I mean, even if you included Griff's sister, you could just easily include Washington for Blue Team as well. It's not happening. The only firepower Red Team has is a shotgun. And admittedly, while Church can't use the sniper, Tuck has an energy sword. So that's technically two weapons. And they're not winning against Tex. I feel like I'm saying Tex a lot, but even Caboose, have you seen the theory that Caboose was a freelancer as well? God, I wish that was so true. But no, that was very fun. And we need, what's next now for Rooster Teeth, or Death Battle, to like merge them all together even more. Team RWBY versus Team Juniper. That needs to happen with Pyrrha included. I don't care that she's dead or not, I don't care. That needs to happen, those two. I wonder if I'd win with that. I like to think Team Juniper would win with that. I know individually Team RWBY is better, but I think as a team Juniper works better. You know, they have Pyrrha, John's tactician, stuff like that. Okay guys, yeah, thankfully my boys won that one. You ready? Wait, why am I saying that? It's a Master 2010. If you want to play anything else or react to anything else, put in the comments down below. Please like, subscribe. See ya.